am ready to do some planning. And I got this cool little book to help me with my garden planning that I want to go over with you from another YouTube channel that I've been following for years. So hang out with me and I'm going to show you what we're doing here on Gillum Farms for our 2024 spring garden. Hi everyone, welcome to Gillum Farms. I'm Christine. I'm so glad you're here with us today. If you're new, I hope you find this content enjoyable and that you want to hang out with us. You're in my home. We're sitting around the table because today we are going to be doing some gardening. And for those of you that are returning, I'm so glad you're here with us and I'm excited that you're going to spend this morning with me. So this is around, let's see, what is today? Not around. Today is January 20th. And I am just getting cabin fever. I'm just ready to get my hands in dirt. I don't have this space here in the house and I don't have a greenhouse to really do starch, things like that I want. I'm going to try to do some very minimal, but that doesn't mean I can't spend this time planting my garden. And I usually just plan it down in a notebook and just kind of do the best I can. This is going to be my is it fourth year? Probably, I would say officially my third year of gardening. I've had little boxes, grow boxes, or raised beds that my husband made me several years ago where we planted a few things, mostly like squash because we love yellow squash, summer squash. But the last year we really did an expansion of the garden. So let's dive into planting Gillum Farms garden using this beautiful book that I got off of Amazon, and I'll put the link on here. I want you to know that I am not affiliated. I am not receiving any benefits of this. I just found it to be a very useful tool that I wanted to share that I know was just published this year. And it was published by Rachel at the 1870 Homestead. And I've been following her for a couple of years, learning her garden practices. She is in South Michigan, I believe, and here I am in Northeast Oklahoma. So, you know, what she does doesn't always suit what I do here in Oklahoma, but still, yeah, she's a great resource for learning. You need to do your own research though, I shall always tell you. But I was really excited that she did publish this, and I purchased one as soon as I found out about it. One of the beautiful things here, I don't know if you can see this or not, whoops. I don't know if you can see this or not. It says, may the journey of gardening be filled with joy, personal growth, gratitude, and abundant grace. That 1870s homestead. All right, let's take a note from the Year in My Garden planner that I have, and let's draw out my garden. Course, let's see here. I'm not a very good artist. I am no Critter Creek, that's for sure. Okay, so we have 6 4x8s raised beds, and let's see, one here, one here. And then I have a 2, and I think it's a 2x16, I think, bed here that was designed to be my tomato bed, or tomato box. And so I'm gonna go ahead and write that in here because we know that this is gonna be full of tomatoes. And I have a trellises that Johnny put up for me back here on this back. So that's what that's supposed to mean. And then up here in front, I have 2 cattle panels, one here to make an arch and one here. And then right here in this box currently, I have strawberries that are growing that I planted last year. And they have spread like wildflowers. And this is new for me too, growing strawberries. And then in this box over here, I have some garlic growing. I just did probably a fourth of the section of this 4x8, if even that, probably an eighth of the box. I'm planting some garlic. I have never grown garlic before, so this is a test for me to see how they do. What I learned from this, just plant them. That's basically it. So we'll see. I do have some onion plants coming in February 15th. I think they're delivered around that time. Some onion plants from Dixondale's, and I'm gonna put those plants in here in the rest of the box. Okay, so let's see here. Another thing about my garden is I have probably a 3-year-old pear tree. Okay, and then past this tomato, I probably have maybe 40 to 60 feet, maybe more than that, that's available for me to grow till we hit like a wood line back here. The goal one of these days is to fence all of this, and then I'll have a nice little gate to walk in, a gate over here, and a gate over here, I think is the plan. And the gate over this will allow me to put in a future plan of a greenhouse. That's way off into the future, like we talked about. But I want to leave that space there. So this allows me some space out here if I need to grow, to do maybe either, you know, always teach Johnny, tell him to put in more raised beds. But I would like to take this area along the edge here, if there's a fence going, once a fence comes in, and make this a no-dig beds. Okay, then we go back over here. I have this whole section in here that I will use to maybe, I've got a brand new, I haven't even got it out of the box yet, green stock. So I think I'll probably, I may put that like, I'm not sure where I'll put that, but let's just put green stock. That way we know I have a green stock that'll probably be for herbs. So all my herbs that we'll talk about will go in the green stock for right now, I think. I don't know. Still thinking out. Okay, so for the cool weather crops, you know, cool season coming in, I'll start planting around February 15th, and that will start with my onion plants once those come in. Then over here, I'm gonna do peas. I'm gonna do sugar snap peas, since I have the trellis. And I think I'll do sugar snap peas on this side too, since I have the trellis. Just have peas, sugar snap peas, sugar snap peas. Now, actually, I'll probably maybe sugar snap peas and Lincoln peas, because I do have some Lincoln peas that I wanted to try. But whatever they're going to be peas. And then right now I have carrots growing here. And in this middle section, I would like to try to grow some spinach. And then in this beds over here, we try broccoli and cauliflower. If not, if that doesn't work out, this will be lettuce. And then I will do lettuce over here too, and I think that's gonna wrap it up for my cold season vegetables that I'll be working on. So when we get into the warm season, again, we'll have the tomato beds. This will be all peppers, whether that's bell or jalapenos or whatever those might be. And then once I have pulled up my onions, that will go to be probably more peppers and onions. I mean peppers, such as bell peppers for warm weather. And then I know, okay, and then the other thing too is when it goes into the warmer season, I will do green beans here. But this is warmer season, right? Now, that also brings up to back here. So this will be corn, corn, corn. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do here is Three Sister type growing style. Here, do the Three Sisters grow style. So I will have corn. I will also have squash. And I'll probably have some type of, I'll probably do green beans back here. But that is my goal for this year back here, is to have the Three Sisters growing style. And then I'm gonna do okra. That will be almost like a big square. It's gonna be okra in this area and a no dig area. And then I will start my watermelon plants over here. And I don't know how that's gonna work out for warm season. And then I'm hoping to have over here pumpkins. So we will see how that goes. But I don't wanna go over everything, but that kind of gives you a gist of what my goals are for my season, or for my start of my 2024 garden season. So let's talk about some of the seeds. So we have the collard greens. We know we have some of the corn seeds, and I'll be using sweet corn too. But I do want to plant some zucchini. Last year they did not do well. In fact, I think it was kind of one of those big seed things. I thought I was, and it was not in my gardener. That's why this year I purchased from a good source, which is in my gardener. The seeds I got last year, I can't remember where they were from. They weren't from Haas. They weren't from in my gardener. I wound up with a lot of crookneck squash. So I think that maybe there was some seed mixed up, but definitely want to get some zucchini growing. And of course I want some crookneck squash. And my friend Ginger at Not For Nothing, she's got me wanting to grow what the she calls, I think she calls them patty pans or something like that, but it's a white scallop squash. I'm going to try that. I do want to grow some honey nut squash. Okay, so here's some of the fun things I want to grow. So my friend Lisa at 9 Acre Family Farms, she grew loofahs last year, and she gave me some loofah seeds. So that's going to be the fun things. And actually, I just realized that will go on one of those cattle panels. The other one that's available. I'm excited about this. I think she started growing them because Ginger at Not For Nothing was growing when she had her loofah land. I don't know if I'll have a loofah land, but I'm excited. I'm going to try. I'll work on trying to grow those. And then when we get into the tomatoes, you know, I'm going to do a lot of different varieties. I'm going to do the tomato rose de Berm. I'm going to definitely have the champagne bubbles tomatoes. And my absolute favorite here is the Cherokee purple tomatoes. And we'll probably do aroma too, because I like a variety in my tomatoes. Now, our good friend, actually I call him my adopted son, Josh, Alaska Southern Branch, sent me some seeds, several different ones, but one of the ones he sent me were these glacier tomatoes seeds. Now, I think these are designed for weather and Alaska. He is in Alaska. They have a shorter growing season. But I'm going to try them here in Oklahoma and see what happens. It'll be a test of change that we'll try. He also sent me these peas, Alaska shell peas. So I will be using those this year. And when we get into flowers, because I talked about I really want it to be pretty in my garden, we'll do some cosmos. Of course, marigolds. Now, not just any marigolds though. Let me take this out of here. I will be doing some marigolds that were given to me from Not For Nothing Homestead out of Georgia. My sister there, she sent me some. Ginger, thank you. Or she gave me some when we were at a meetup. And then bachelor buttons. And I gotta have my sunflowers. Gotta have them. Oh, and let's see here. Then we get into our, I know, I have a problem here. Bell peppers, definitely Keystone resistant giant bell peppers. First time growing these. My bell peppers last year did awesome. Also got some golden cow and some coral bell peppers. Sweet banana peppers and jalapenos. Okay, but that's not all. Okay, then when we get into the herbs, you know, we talked about I'm going to do cilantro, I'll do dill. Oh, can't wait for this. So another Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead, she grew the purple basil and made a wonderful sounding tea. Her and Tiffany from Mud and Mascara, they were going on and on about this tea that Ginger made, so I got some of that. So Ginger's got me covered on probably the good stuff here. We'll do some basil. I'm gonna do holy basil. Got chives, lavender, sage, you name it, chamomile, and dill. I have not been successful before with growing herbs, so I'm pretty excited to see. This year I'm going to be more intentional with it. One more thing is I will be growing, hopefully, some Cinderella pumpkins and these Mustang pumpkins. And wouldn't be a garden here in Oklahoma without some watermelons. Thanks to Josh, but if these don't work out, I know where to get some at Sherman's Family Farm over there in central part of Oklahoma. Okay, so I'm not going to give away everything, but this gives you a good idea of my thoughts in my head of what I'm going to do with my garden. So anyway, I would like for you to take the time, if you don't mind, and let me know what you're growing. Put it in the comments what you're growing this year, or what's that one fun thing you're going to do. And I hope you're with me along the journey as we garden. So be excited to see what you're growing. Okay. Well, again, I want to thank you for spending this time with me. I enjoyed planning out the garden. It brings me so much joy, even just the planning part of it. I don't know if you could see that I was smiling from ear to ear this whole time. But I do appreciate Rachel publishing this book. If you get a chance and you think you might want to try it, give it a chance. Again, I am not affiliated with them. I'm not receiving any type of paid promotion for this. I'm not sponsored. It's just something that I purchased after watching one of her videos and also seeing it on Facebook, and thought it might be a good way for me to start off the year. And what I found in here, I really think will meet my need for planning and for also studying what I've done after that. So I hope you are planning your garden, because it's so important, I think, whether it's just for a mental release or it's also for that plus, whether you want to call it survival or putting up food that you know where it came from and how it was grown and what pesticides are on it. I think we all need to do our best with that. And I think it's a art that is coming back that was lost many years ago. And I appreciate everyone who, whether you have a small porch, a small, balcony, whether you have a windowsill, that you're trying to grow something. I think seeing that life come to part, because a seed, what it wants to do is grow. And if you can help make that seed have the best environment, it's going to grow and produce some wonderful things for you. So we're going to end up this video. I want to thank you again for being here. And until we see you again, God bless, blessings to you, and peace be with you. Okay, I have a few things here. I'm just going to admit right now, I have a problem. And my problem is seed collection. Oh my goodness, really bad, really bad.